boxing scene where Bob Arum is saying that Shakur Stevenson doesn't have to go to PBC because they control the money right now. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. He was actually on boxingscene.com with this interview. So he said that they control the majority of the money right now, and that you know, you see what's going on with, you know, how they made a deal for Fury and Usyk in Saudi Arabia. He said that they're offering opponents more money than they ever made. He said, you know, Frank Martin was going to make 6 or 7 times more money than he ever made. He turned it down after they had an agreement. So, I mean, nobody really knows why he turned it down. Was he turned it down because it was a team decision? Did he turn it down because it was Al Heyman, you know, or he just didn't want to fight? So that's the $1 million question. But he says they, you know, they're offering opponents money that they ain't never made before. And obviously that's a factual statement because they just offered Frank Martin a bunch of money. So he said, you know, for the most part, that the road go through Top Rank right now. And they get money, and now, you know, it sounds like what he alluding to is now that they got a relationship with the Saudis, he don't need Eddie Hearn to get through the Saudis no more. So he used Tyson Fury and probably some Tyson Fury ties that's still over there in the UAE. I just said on code. And they used those ties, and they used those ties to come up. And that's exactly what they did. And now they got more money. They got more money. You know, now you're going overseas, international money. You know, so they gonna find a way, and they gonna make a way for sure. For sure. So I mean, shit, he don't have to go over. I mean, what are you going over there for now? They don't have shit. You look at the 135-pound division, they got Tank Davis, that's it. But even if him and Tank was on the same roster, on the same side of the street, he ain't fighting Tank. Or Tank ain't fighting him. So it don't even matter. Frank Martin and Gervonta on the same side of the street, they ain't fought. Gary Russell and Tank was on the same side of the street, they never fought. They supposed to be fighting, but who want to see that shit now? It's not like it's a cash out for Gary Russell. People want to see that 2 or 3 years ago. So my thing is, you know, Bob being right. He said he don't see nobody ever beating Shakur Stevenson, in his opinion. And obviously that's his opinion. That's his opinion. So, but overall, you know, you say you go up to 40, they control 40, especially if they got a record relationship with Eddie Hearn, Regis, Devin, T.O., Taylor. You know, Sabril Matias is supposed to be free pretty soon. Don't know what happened with that. So yeah, they don't need top rank. I mean, they don't need PBC. Other than Tank Davis, and that's the main fight, and that's the fight that he won. He said that's the biggest fight in boxing. That's the fight Devin say the biggest fight in boxing. And what's so funny about it is, you know, they speak more about that fight than anything. Just speak about y'all fights that y'all got coming up. The less y'all talk about Tank, the less relevant he is. They making him more relevant. We already know y'all want the fight. All right. You ain't got to keep saying it and pumping his name up. Y'all making him bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Or I'll go out there, call our guys, and fight guys that want to fight. That'll be my strategy. For real. That'll be my strategy. I'm calling out guys that want to fight. No cap. You know? But nonetheless, so it sounds like Bob got some shit in the works. Sound like they're gonna have a working relationship with the Saudis. And it don't make these guys don't care if they're on TV at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. They don't care about legacy. All they care about is that bag right. That's all they care about, if that bag is right. And if that bag right over there in Saudi Arabia, that's all they care about. They don't care about shit else. They don't care about popularity. They don't care about making Sports Center. They don't care about none of that. Making Undisputed, first thing for none of that. They care about the money. So he said, we don't even need PBC no more. We can pay them. We got the opponents. We got the access to the opponents to get to do it. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then obviously Bob Arum and them got a plan. They got a master plan. So, you know, but Shakur Stevenson contract probably gonna be up in a minute too. So, you know, he probably gonna get duped into saying, oh, going over to PBC and chasing the Tank fight and signing his life away just for a fight that he ain't gonna get for another 2 or 3 years. Don't know what Tank gonna do. Tank might not be fighting in 2 or 3 years. Some of the decisions that he make, you know. So you just don't really never know. But at the same time, you know, you sending a message like, yeah, come on, we got the bread, we paying you. You seeing we trying to get you the fights that you want to get. But sometimes all it is take one conversation with the other side. They make it sound good, you know, sell you a bunch of money, show you what you can make. You heard what Terrence Crawford said about Al Heyman. He's very charming, finessing you, you know, telling you this, that, and the third, and we could do this and that, you know. Sign your life away right here. That's basically what he be saying to these cats, bro. I be having receipts all over the place, bro. But that's basically what he's saying. So, you know, to each his own, for sure. To each his own, for sure. But how I look at it, Bob Arum got to secure that dude. He love the money, secure. But he got to secure him a fight. He's seeing, you know, Regis going on pay-per-view with Devin. You see Devin excelling, going on pay-per-view now, and he's sitting there like, when my time? But in all due fairness, you know, he just came up from 26, so, you know, he's trying to get his feet wet and see what's going on. But, you know, but Bob maybe has something in the works in the Middle East for him. I'm pretty sure they got a plan for him to try to get the best possible opponent. Oscar De La Hoya said he could be on the undercard of Ryan and T.O. and fight Williams and Peta. Unless the money's super duper right, I don't see Shakur swallowing his pride being the undercard to Ryan and T.O., two fighters that he by far better than, in my humble opinion. I don't see it. That's just my opinion. Don't make it factual. Don't make it. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. So, but yeah, so it sounds like they open up a whole new pool of money going out to Saudi Arabia and shit. So, you know, Bob gonna stay working. They contract up in 2025. So, you know, he gonna make a way or make himself a valuable commodity to Top Rank. To ESPN. But at the same time, you know, Shakur want what he want, and he want that Tank Davis fight. So the best thing that can happen, because they not gonna work with Bob to deliver the fight, knowing they can just sign Shakur and control his career if he win, lose, or draw. Best thing you can hope for is Gervonta Tank Davis to lose and do some dumb shit out the ring, so he becomes a non-factor in the equation, and then PBC lose a lot of leverage. They lose Tank. You know, Wilder probably ain't never coming back. Now Anthony Joshua talking about he going the Philip Hargovich route. So they even talking about he may fight in December on the Eubanks and Ben on the card. I think that's what I read. Whatever fight they got going on in November. Excuse me. So shit, you know. And they want Al Heyman going on Amazon Prime, and they gonna take a pay cut. So you gonna take a pay cut going on Amazon Prime? Wow. So to each his own, you know, they got a plan, and he like, you don't need PBC no more. But they got one ace in the hole. And that ace in the hole is Gervonta Davis. If you get that out the way, then, you know, it is what it is. Ain't no reason for you to leave. You got Bud in his ear, and Bud probably telling him what's best for him and what's not good for him and what you should or shouldn't do, what I do, and the business side of things. So that's the best thing about that relationship. Is obviously the things inside the ring he could teach him, but it's also things outside the business, he can teach him. So, but you know, at the end of the day, PBC had an opportunity to sign him. You know, Floyd went over to the Olympics, did everything he needed to do to try to get him. They ain't signed him. It is what it is. But things change, and you know, we'll see how they pivot. You know, with Amazon Prime, whatever they got going on. And we'll see what top rank, you know, end up being at. So, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Peace and blessings.